We are going to enforce the trade deals that we have.
We're going to enforce the trade deals we have.
And we're going to hold people accountable. When I was Secretary of State,
And we're going to hold people accountable. When I was Secretary of State,
we actually increased American exports globally 30%.
we actually increased American exports globally 30%.
We increased them to China 50%.
We increased them to China 50%.
So I know how to really work to get new jobs.
So I know how to really work to get new jobs
And to get exports that help to create more new jobs.
and to get exports that help to create more new jobs.
But you haven't done it in 30 years or 26 years.
Well, you haven't done it in 30 years or 26 years.
Well, I've been a senator.
Years,
Well,
any number you
I've
wanna
been
do.
a senator.
You haven't
Donald,
done it.
and-
Yeah, and I have been a Secretary of State, and I have done
NAFTA,
a
which is
lot.
one of the worst trade deals to ever happen.
I have been a
And excuse
Secretary
me,
of State, and I have
Your
done
husband signed
a lot.
NAFTA, which was one of the worst things that ever happened
Well, that is your
Manufacturing
opinion.
industry.
That is
You
your
go to
opinion.
England,
Well,
to the
that's your
manufacturing
opinion.
industry.
That is your
You go
opinion.
to
you go to Ohio, Pennsylvania, you go anywhere you want, Secretary Gordon, and you will see devastation where manufacturers down
New England, you go to Ohio, Pennsylvania, you go anywhere you want, Secretary Clinton, and you will see devastation where manufacturing is down
is down 30,
30,
40,
40,
sometimes 50%.
sometimes 50%.
NAFTA is the worst trade deal maybe ever signed anywhere, but certainly ever signed in this country.
NAFTA is the worst trade deal maybe ever signed anywhere, but certainly ever signed in this country.
And now you want to approve Trans-Pacific Partnership.
Now you want to approve Trans-Pacific Partnership.
You were totally in favor of it. Then you heard what I was saying, how bad it is, and you said, I can't win that debate.
You were totally in favor of it. Then you heard what I was saying, how bad it is, and you said, I can't win that debate.
But you know that if you did win, you would approve that, and that would be almost as bad as NAFTA.
Well-
Nothing will ever top NAFTA.
But you know that if you did win, you would approve that, and that will be almost as bad as NAFTA. Nothing will ever
Well-
top NAFTA.
That is just not accurate.
That is just not accurate. I
Was against it once it was finally negotiated and the terms were laid out.
was against it once it was finally negotiated and the terms were laid out.
I wrote about that.
You called it
in-
the gold standard.
I wrote about that in.
You called it the
I
gold
wrote about-
standard.
Well,
you
I
called
hope
it the
that.
gold standard of trade.
And you
deal.
know what?
You said it's the finest deal you've ever seen.
Well, I hope
You called it the gold standard of trade
And
deals. You
you know
said it's
what?
the finest deal you've ever seen.
No.
Then you heard what I was saying, and all of a sudden you were against it.
No.
And then you heard what I said about it, and all of a sudden you were against it.
Well,
Well, I know you live in your own reality, Brenda, but that is not the facts.
Donald, I know you live in your own reality, but
Oh, yeah.
that is not the facts.
The facts are, I did say I hoped it would be a good deal,
The facts are, I did say I hoped it would be a good deal,
but when it was negotiated,
Not.
which I was not responsible for,
but when it was negotiated,
Not.
which I was not responsible for,
I concluded it wasn't. I wrote about that in my
So is it
book
President Obama's
before
fault?
I concluded it wasn't. I wrote about that.
So is it
in
President
my
Obama's
book.
fault?
you even
Is it President
announced-
Obama's fault?
Look, there are different.
Secretary, is it President Obama's
there
fault?
are different-
Because he's pushing it.
There are different views about what's good for our country.
Before
Is it President Obama's
you
fault?
even announced. Look, there
Secretary,
are
is it President Obama's fault?
There are
Because
different-
he's pushing it.
There are different views about what's good for our country,
Our economy, our leadership in the world.
our economy, and our leadership in the world.
That's why we have to look at how we can get the economy going again.
I think it's important to look at what we need to do to get the economy going again.
That's why I said new jobs with rising incomes, investments, not in more tax cuts that would add $5 trillion to the debt.
And that's why I said new jobs with rising incomes, investments, not in more tax cuts that would add $5 trillion to the debt.
But you
in
have
educa-
no plan.
Oh, I do.
Secretary,
in
you
fact,
have no
I have
plan.
written a book about it.
But you have
But
no
in
plan.
Oh, I do.
Secretary,
In fact,
you
I
have no
written
plan.
A book about it. It's called Stronger Together.
It's called Stronger Together. You can pick it up tomorrow at a bookstore or an airport near you.
You can pick it up
That's
tomorrow
about all you-
Folks,
at
we're
the
gonna-
bookstore or at an airport near you.